Hello, I'm Tripwire. Welcome back to the Slow Play Dark Souls Remastered. Thank you so much for watching. In the last episode, we very slowly crept through Upper Blighttown because I hadn't been through there in a long time. In this episode, I'm going to take you guys down through the Great Hollow and into Ash Lake. And this is the place that I wanted to come to earlier in the playthrough, but I wasn't willing to until I unlocked the Lord Vessel because it's way out of the way. And getting back up this enormous tree full of roots is terrible, so you want to come to Ash Lake once... Excuse me, I don't know what happened to me there. Once you have the ability to warp. So, if you'll recall, right below us is where we got the Chloranthy ring from dropping down into this little, like, other tree. There are some side paths, there are some items to be gained from dropping carefully onto certain roots, and there are a great number of crystal lizards if you go to the right section. Actually, I can see one down there to the left. There's a bunch of crystal lizards down here, so if you're looking for rare upgrade materials, you can come here early in the game if you want to. We're not going to mess with that. I'm not here to show you how to get every single loot or mess with crystal lizards. I'm just going to show you the way that I get down to the bottom of this area. It is not easy. It's not easy. So let me just demonstrate to you how crystal lizards work in this game. And keep in mind, this was changed for future games in the series. In the sequels, just a simple quit out does not respawn a crystal lizard. Just a quit out does not respawn a crystal lizard in this either. But it does, though. I think maybe it's because I was too close to it when I load it back in. Let me try that again. Because it made like a little twinkling sound, like there was a crystal lizard there, didn't it? I think I heard that. Item down there. Maybe I'm just wrong. I'm not, though. I've done that before. You can definitely... There's a crystal lizard across the way. There are some more basilisks in this area, so be careful of that. When we drop down to the lower levels, there's going to be even more basilisks. It's not a pleasant area to deal with in general because it's very precarious. The verticality of it is dangerous. There are basilisks, and I believe there are also black knights. Yeah, so basically the route system is very complicated, and it's hard to remember. Like, I don't even know if this is the route I took last time I came down here. Basically, I just try to find a way down that looks like it won't result in my untimely demise. So follow the routes. The light-colored ones like this are generally where you can walk safely. Like this. I'm going to keep going down. Keep following these routes. This is... Okay, yeah, this is a ladder here. So, if you follow the exact route I took, you'll find this platform has a ladder, which leads you down to the next level. Which definitely helps you skip a bit. Now you can see the... Not the bottom, but like the next level down. It's like a mess of really small routes. There's another basilisk down there. There's a couple more. So I accidentally took like one of the best ways down. I haven't taken the ladders in ages. There's multiple ways to get down. Particularly if you're going to be going for those items, you're going to need to be dropping from some route to another route, and you're going to just come down different ways. So keep in mind that there are holes in the ground here, so don't just run around blindly. Be careful. There's a hole there. Oh, there's a hole there that leads to an item, actually. We try to go for it. Try to go for it. Yeah. Blue Titanite chunk. You can actually hear the... Yeah, you can hear the sound of more basilisks. Oh, I'm in the cloud. I don't want to be in that cloud. I do not have high curse resist right now. Kill it. Kill it with anything. Doesn't have to be fire. Kill it with literally anything. I fucking missed. I fucking missed. There's a long lead up to their attacks, so it's not super hard to dodge. There we go. Or to like get around behind them. Wait for that cloud to disperse. But yeah, as you can see, it's just a very precarious trip down through the Great Hollow. It's enormous. Like, it's actually ridiculous that such an area was hidden. I missed an item. That's fine. Can't be bothered. So we're getting down to the end of this now. Finally. But yeah, just like in one wrong move, the platforming in this game is not great because it's not a platformer. And one wrong move, you can just die by slipping and falling off of one of these routes. I'm actually going to drop here because I wanted to grab whatever that item was from these mushroom caps. And here we see some familiar enemies. Just like the mushroom folk that were living in what used to be Ulasil. So that section of Darkroot, we got more mushroom fellows. We got a lot of small ones and a couple big ones, just like before. This time, however, they're all hostile. The small ones, if you recall, before were were neutral. This time around, they are all hostile. And so you actually walk on these mushrooms all the way to the bottom here, and you are done traversing the Great Hollow. Congratulations if you made it this far. It's a nightmare. I know. It's a nightmare. So again, do not underestimate these guys. They hit so hard. Be careful. Very nice. Every single R2 looks like it will stagger. Did you see that thing's body go flying? That was awesome. Alright. So these ones, though they are pretty much the same, don't give us a guaranteed gold pine resin drop, which is interesting. I guess there's 3. These ones, AI seems to be completely broken for some reason. Yep, it's just broken. That's weird. Well, that makes it easy on us. Okay. Later, dudes. Later, mushroom folk. So, congrats if you made it down here. You've traversed the Great Hollow without death, or maybe with many deaths, but either way, come through here. And just to make you nervous, there's a fog gate, but it takes you to a beautiful location. Ash Lake. We look around, we are far, far below where we started the game, because remember, we were in Firelink Shrine. We went down that elevator shortcut to access Blighttown, and then we just went down from Blighttown really, really far to get down here. So, this is Ash Lake. It's far below where we are up in Lordran, and it's speculated that all of those are other arch trees that are holding up the world that we actually play in. You can see a bonfire down there on the beach. And this place is just so cool. There's another Hydra over there, and this Hydra's a bit different from the one we fought before, but it's mostly the same. This isn't sand, it's ash, you know, because the name of the place is Ash Lake. And this is actually the location where the very end of the ItsTripwyre questline takes place. But this area is interesting for more reasons than just that, and just because it's hard to get to. This is actually a really cool area. So this Hydra is special in that it's more annoying. It's more obnoxious than the other Hydra. This Hydra functions the same, except it can fucking fly. So if you just ignore it and run down the beach, you might turn around and see it literally flying after you. So you can actually take it out the same way that we did the other one. I imagine that's what I should do. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to have to do. So equip something that has high physical block. Get into close proximity so it stops using its stupid ranged water attacks. That'll mess you up. And again, be very, very careful not to walk into the abyss. Now this one is stronger than the other one. Obviously, it's much later in the game, so You gonna... Yes, thank you. Boom. That did not take that much off your health, honestly. But it's a start. And it looks like I'm nowhere near the edge here, because I'm still on the beach, so that's good. So there's gonna be a little bit of a grind here to kill this Hydra, but it'll be worth it. Not have to worry about it when we're going down the beach, because there's other enemies in this area too. It's not just this guy. Looks like we took out one head. Yep. Woo. I'm fucked with my camera. So keep in mind... Oh, okay, don't do that. Keep in mind how good the stability is in the shield. And my stamina is almost gone by the time I get hit by, I think it looks like 2 heads. Alright, looks like we're about halfway there. Dude, what? Dude, what? It was like so buried in the sand I didn't actually make contact with it. That's weird. There we go. This is actually going a lot smoother than I thought it would. Hello, camera. I forgot that it's actually easier to avoid falling to your death in the water in this location. Let's get a little closer here. There we go. That actually hit. And again, you can employ the strategy of turn around, see where the heads hit, and then hit there. Okay, what? That somehow didn't hit, I think. Please lunge at me. Alright, one more hit like that should do it. Presto. So Hydra's dead. It drops 2 dragon scales. Again, dragon scales are the material needed to upgrade dragon weapons. So we come up here. There's an item in this hollowed out tree. Another dragon scale. And I believe there's one more dragon scale you can actually get in this area. I'm not going to worry about it. So these slopes still can't be run up, just like if they were made of anything else very easily. Like, yeah. So I think back at that tree, you can see the item at the very end there. I think it's another dragon scale, a little tiny glow. We don't really need it, but it's over there. These enemies should look familiar. These fucking man-eater clams that we saw outside of Seath's boss room. Dicks. Absolute dicks. There we go. And over here we see something that's very interesting that you can't find anywhere else in the game. Go ahead and kill this first before we get a good look at it. We see an enormous skull. And Marcus, or Epic Name Bro, talks about this when he visits this area in his playthrough. He says that some people have speculated that it's the skull of an everlasting dragon, but it doesn't really make sense because of the shape of it. It's just not very elongated. It looks much more like it's a demon skull. But even so, look how fucking big it is. Like, what kind of creature did this come from? I don't know that in any of the sequels there was ever an explanation for it. It could have just been put here as a cool decoration, but it just leads people to speculate about what it could be from. It is very cool. So we're going to continue down the beach here. Got a little bit more to see. So you can actually, before the end of the beach here, you can take a pit stop into this next tree. Or is it the next one after that? Let's see. Yeah, it is this one. So you can actually go inside here. And some more basilisks to fight. Another one of these mushroom mans to fight. Uh-oh. There we go. Getting pretty lucky on these Eye of Death drops. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. I thought he was reeling back to hit me. It's very, very lucky that we didn't trade there. Alright, so you can come in here from that little side path there, and you can go up. But you'll notice there's an item across the way on one of these mushrooms, and this doesn't lead to it, so they actually have to get there a different way. So this is the path along the side. So if we'd gone around the outside of the tree instead of into the path at the base, this is the path that we would have been led to here. But again, you're like, that doesn't seem like it's going to take us to the mushroom either. Yeah, so what you actually have to do is look down, and you have to fall right here. And then go in. Pretty sneaky. And we've got ourselves the miracle Great Magic Barrier. Great Magic Barrier is a pretty cool miracle. It'll protect you against magic damage very effectively. It actually makes the boss fight against something like... I mean, you're not going to likely fight the Moonlight Butterfly after this, but the Moonlight Butterfly would be even easier with Great Magic Barrier. The fight with Gwendolyn becomes pretty trivial with that on as well. We've got another man-eater clam, and then we are going to find out what else is so cool about this area. Because so far I've showed you a couple things, like a giant unidentified demon skull, but there's actually a lot more to this area lore-wise. So if we go into the base of this other, what we can presume is an arch tree, we're going to find something interesting that has story/lore implications. And again, I'm not the best source of lore, so I'm not going to like speculate on anything like that, but it's pretty cool. You can already see it kind of from where we are here. Now what is that? It looks like just a bunch of wings, right? And there's a bonfire in front of it, so we can assume it's not that hostile or not that dangerous, because bonfires require safety to be rested at, and it's active, so... Oh, okay, hello. This bonfire is also already lit for us. What do we have here? So this is an everlasting dragon. As far as we're aware, this could be the final everlasting dragon left alive. It's kind of interesting because the everlasting dragons, we kind of assume from the intro cutscene that they're extinct because Gwyn waged war against them. But this is an everlasting dragon all the way down here at the bottom of the world, basically, in Ash Lake. And you can join a covenant with him. And this is a truly, truly everlasting dragon. This dragon is immortal. And it has a weapon for us, just like a lot of the other, just like a lot of the other dragons. If you cut its tail, you get a weapon out of it. But you can attack it, and you can drain its health to 0, but you can actually attack it forever, and it will never die. It'll also never get hostile towards you, which is weird, but truly everlasting dragon. Interesting that it can never die, but we can so easily chop off its tail. I don't know. But so the story and lore implications are just like, you know, so I guess they're not truly extinct. What's the significance of this one being found in Ash Lake? Are there any other connections between Ash Lake and the everlasting dragons beyond just this one hunkering down here? Yeah. So Ash Lake is one of my favorite areas just because it looks cool. It's super hidden, atmospheric. It's got music that I really enjoy, and there's an everlasting fucking dragon down here. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. Our stats looking pretty juicy. And again, you don't want to come down here until you can warp, because getting back is a pain in the ass, and you don't even get back like up to Firelink. it's a pain in the ass just to get back up to Blighttown, you know, like, and then you'd have to run back up to Firelink from Blighttown. It's a long haul. Very interesting. So, this was the second to last thing in the vanilla game I wanted to show you. The last thing I want to show you is found in Orlando. It's the Painted World. After the Painted World is done, we'll be moving on to the DLC. And the DLC will be the last thing that we do before we finish our playthrough. So, just a few more things to get through. I mean, the DLC will take up a few episodes, I'm sure. So, we're not quite winding down yet, but we're starting to get there. This game has a lot to do in it. Obviously, I've gone ahead and not explored every area to its fullest or picked up every item, which you totally can do. But man, there's lots to do in this game. So anyway, thanks for watching this episode, and the next one we're going to be heading to the Painted World of Ariamis.